Thinking his guy was open, that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll start with a run by Tracy. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. McDonald. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here we go.
Here's McDonald to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The extra receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. On first down, it's Benson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When the Giants have it, it's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. McDonald, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
3rd down, here's Tracy. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head?
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. McDonald. Flushed out right. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's McDonald. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one complete to Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Here we go.
A give up the middle with Benson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run over center with Benson. In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
60-6.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. A try here for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Powering his way forward. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Floating one, incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. Open man here is Benson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he will have a Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. He's got room to roam. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And bulldozing his way through. Still fighting. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. McDonald. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, McDonald. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice gain there for a first down.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
His throw incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The Shaheed going to go in motion. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the give, it's Benson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Benson. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims from a yard out. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Giants. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with, and they say challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
This offense on 3rd down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
This is brought in at the 21. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now, they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Throwing is McDonald. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Let's go.
McDonald. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think there he had to come up with his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Shaheed going to go in motion.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
A handoff here to Benson.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Penix working out of the gun here.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give. Here comes Benson.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Trey Benson, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on 2nd. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go.
They'll hand it to Tracy. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here now, third down. McDonald sets to throw. Flushed out right.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle.